one. I thought that my three best friends would be here, so I'm kind of surprised to see all of you. Well, writing for children and young adults is a little different from writing for a general adult audience in a number of ways. The criterion for excellence remains the same, but the way to achieve it is a little bit different. Young readers want characters that show them how to be successful, doing things on their own. Typically, the first thing a writer for this market tries to figure out is how to get rid of the adults. The characters need enough emotional and physical space to do it myself, figure it out on my own, and please, Mother, I want the credit. So authors for this market are really inventive about getting rid of the parents before the story even begins. Lots of the time, the parents are just inexplicably absent, preoccupied with their own issues, and other authors incapacitate the parents right and left. There's sickness, accidents, and all sorts of calamities that befall these poor adults. So, as you can imagine, this results in a lot of orphans. Think about all the famous orphan stories that you know of in children's or YA literature. Does Peter Pan come to your mind? James and Barrie from the golden age of children's literature in England. A more contemporary book would probably be Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. Think about the little child nobody in that. Ah, yes, orphans. So this getting rid of all of the adults in the story put a real twist on the novels for young adults during the 60s and 70s, and it resulted in a new subgenre. It's called the problem novel. In these books, the adults are unreliable in every imaginable way. Frequently, the child or teen protagonist is shown as smarter or wiser than the parents. So these writers created a whole posterity of dysfunctional parents in American YA literature. So as I was going through the early stages of imagining my characters for the cousin books and what they were doing in the world, I thought, okay, I've got a big extended family here with all these cousins, a lot of adults going on. If I have to dispatch them all one at a time or by tens in books, it's going to be quite a high death rate per book. So I was in a stage that I call my what if stage. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if the character does this? It's like I have all of these little scraps of memory and scraps of possibilities, and they're all just kind of fluttering down around me. And so when I'm shoveling the snow, I'm thinking, what if? And I'm driving my car along, you know, what if this happens? And it's kind of a dream time. It's sort of this wonderful liminal stage. So while I was doing this what if stage about all of these characters, I wondered, what if I don't get rid of the parents? What if I just let them live? What happens then? Not as a background wash, not as flat characters or stereotypes that just barely get the job done, but what if I let them exist as real people? Can the young protagonists actually grow and develop in this kind of a story? Because that's not the tradition that we've currently working with as far as young adult stories go. So enter a little pragmatism. A few billion people, it occurred to me, are walking around this earth, and they've grown up and matured into independence because of or despite the unreliable or reliable adults in their families. So that's what I'm letting happen in these books.